Right, here we go. Quick test of the repaired dash module PCB. See what sort of functionality I've got. First of all, let's put the key on. Nothing. Dead as a doornail. Whole dashboard completely dead. Nothing at all. However, turn it off. And then I activate my secret immobilizer stroke battery disconnect switch. Turn the battery on. We should now have power to the car. Let's see what we got. Hurrah! We have lights. That's good news. Okay, so what do we have? Well, what do we have that was missing? Well, I think the hazard was illuminating, but these two switches weren't. They are now. So that's good. So for a start, I've got these two back, which is fantastic. Okay, so I can put the heated screen on, but there's no real way of telling whether that's actually on or not. However, I did notice that when I put the fog lights on, so that's the rear fog light, the switch, assuming I put the headlights on, and actually that tells us now we have got the headlight telltale, which I'd lost, so that's one thing that's back. So this is looking good. So if I put the rear fogs on, or the rear fog light, the switch goes brighter. I would have thought the same would have happened for the heated screen. Maybe Roger can tell me. Does that go brighter like this one to indicate the relay's active? Obviously all we've got at the moment is the switch illumination, so I don't really know whether I'm turning it on or not. Certainly I know this is going on because that goes brighter. If we turn it off, you can see the illumination goes less bright. Now I've checked this, I've checked the rear fog light operation, that is coming on, so that's good. Just out of interest, front fog lights, they're all working too, so that's fine, including the switch illumination, so that's good. So this is all looking quite promising. We've also got the ignition warning light, which is fantastic. Have we got main beam light, which I'd lost before? Yes, we have. Have we got the indicator telltales that went missing? Yes, and yes. So this is looking good. Take it off of main beam. Right, now let's try the fan. Hooray! However, I do know that if I put this on fan speed 2, it blows the 5 amp fuse. I don't want to up that fuse in case I burn the board out again, which is what I did previously by going from a 5 amp to a 10 amp fuse. That did bring the speedo and the ignition warning light back, but I think we're just going to have to live with one fan speed at the moment, because if I go to fan speed 2, I've already blown that 5 amp fuse, and like I say, I don't want to up that fuse anymore, and I don't want to damage the board again and end up with another repair on the board. So this is all looking quite positive. Essentially, I've got everything back, and I'm pretty sure the speedo's back, although I'm not driving it, because if I turn the ignition off and then back on again, you can just see it do that little twitch. Knowing the car, that means that I've got obviously power to the speedo. When I lost the speedo previously, I didn't get that, and I didn't get the ignition warning light. So that's all good. Also got the handbrake warning light, which is great. So essentially I've got everything except for fan speed 2. So the repair has been a success. However, one negative: no hazard warning lights. Now I don't know whether I knocked a wire putting the dash back in, but that did actually work before I disassembled everything. So while I've got a whole load of stuff back, and the car is perfectly usable. In fact, it was usable before all of this nonsense anyway, and it is better than it was before I did the repair. I have now lost, which is a bit disappointing, the hazard warning, so I've probably got to pull the dash down when I do the security light. I'm just waiting for some connectors for that to come from a seller, so when they get delivered I'll pull the whole dash down again. I'll refit the or I'll fit the the little device that I've got to make that blink when the ignition is turned off, because I've lost obviously the Ford PAT security system since I changed the ECU. So yeah, so there it is. It's all pretty positive, really. I think I should just really get on with enjoying the car instead of pulling it all to pieces, to be fair. It's starting to wind me up, all of this, and essentially the car works absolutely fantastically. There's just hazards missing, and I can't use fan 2 on the heater motor, which isn't the end of the world, really, to be honest with you, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to fix that as well with a little bit of investigation. So all in all, I think actually a success. Perhaps just a little bit of work to be done on the hazard switch, on the security LED, and obviously we need to find out why the blower motor has got higher resistance on speed 2. Probably something to do, less to do with the blower motor, I'd say, and probably more to do with the on-board relay. So there's a relay on the board with a diode that controls that second speed. There's a speed 1 and a speed 2 relay, from what I've seen. So I suspect it's that speed 2 relay that's causing the problem. So that could probably I could probably remove the board and get Richard to put another onboard relay on, or even we could just do the old 12-volt remote relay for both speeds on the fan. That might be the best way forward. Anyway, overall, pretty much a success. Really just need to sort out that hazard and get the second speed of the blower motor back, and it's pretty much fixed, really. Well, it is fixed, so happy with that.